Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Members of the PDP-Laban party are still hoping that the Duterte-Duterte tandem will see the light of day. Both President Duterte and Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte have yet to ascertain their plans for next year's national elections. We have Man Los Baños joining us over the phone to give us more details on this. Man, what is the latest pronouncement from the ruling PDP-Laban party?
Hi, Sean. Good afternoon. The PDP-Laban is still exploring the possibility of taking in Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte as their standard bearer. This despite the presidential daughter turning down reported offers for her to join the ruling party. PDP-Laban Deputy Secretary General Melvin Matibag said their offer still stands should Sara decide to run for president. But if it were for former party president Senator Coco Pimentel, the ruling party should still field their homegrown candidates as they are not lacking in talent. Pimentel had also praised Sara for rejecting the, quote, hijack of her father's political party. Meanwhile, there's no stopping PDP-Laban members from trying to convince President Duterte to seek the vice presidency in 2022. Recall that members of the ruling party adopted a resolution convincing the president to run for the second highest office in the land. The Duterte patriarch on Tuesday announced that he will retire after his term next year, but his party is not taking this for a no. Matibag believes that President Duterte's possible bid for the vice presidential race is still hanging in balance. Sean, despite their push for a father-daughter tandem, the PDP-Laban is not closing its doors on other qualified names as they await the president's endorsement. Sean?
Thank you for that update. That was Man Los Baños on the line. And still on the 2022 elections, we have President Duterte seeing no one worthy enough to be his successor just less than a year before the end of his term. Jem Avancenia with the details.
No more term extension. That's what President Duterte had to say during a television interview with his friend Pastor Apollo Quiboloy. His statement came after his ruling PDP-Laban passed a resolution urging him to run for vice president in the 2022 elections.
I'm ready for retirement. Mahirap yung pastor kasi mag-retire na ako tapos this time ako ang mamili ng presidente. Pag manalo sabihin nila, ano ko lang yan? Perpetuate yourself in power. So, nag-resist ako.
The chief executive reiterated that he also doesn't want his daughter, Sara Duterte, to gun for the top post. Duterte told Quiboloy that he has warned the current Davao City mayor that presidency is a thankless job. Earlier this year, the Duterte patriarch also said that it is not a job for women because of their emotional differences to men.
Pero si Inday, ayaw kagami man ako dumating. Si Inday, kinausap ko talaga kagabi. Do not run. Do not ever commit the mistake of running for presidency.
As for his possible successor, the chief executive said he thinks no one is worthy just yet. But he took a swipe at his party mate Senator Manny Pacquiao for criticizing his stance toward China. Duterte said the lawmaker should study foreign policy first before making related remarks. Pacquiao, who serves as PDP-Laban president, earlier said the chief executive should give strong responses.
It's about foreign policy. I would not want to degrade him, but next time you should.
It's a naive,
Mag-aral ka muna ng gusto bago
yes, it's a naive.
Currently, this guy has a very shallow knowledge.
Duterte assured the public that he will announce his presidential bet at the right time. For News 5, Jem Avancenia, we are One News.
We're pausing for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Stay with us. watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Health Department reports over 5,400 new COVID-19 infections today. And that has brought the case tally to above 1,286,000, some 54,000 of which are still active. 126 more COVID-19 deaths were confirmed overnight, while around 7,800 people have recovered in the last 24 hours. Here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. Senate President Tito Sotto has filed a bill seeking to define on the map the maritime zones under Philippine jurisdiction. Sotto says the proposal will preserve and protect our maritime rights and prevent any unwarranted dispute with other nations. The Court of Appeals upholded the ruling of a Makati City judge to dismiss the government's appeal to arrest former Senator Antonio Trillanes. In a document, the CA said it cannot comprehend the mental calisthenics behind the amnesty coup d'etat against Trillanes. And lawmakers want to halt construction activities in the Kaliwa Dam until a permit is secured from the National Commission on Indigenous Peoples, or NCIP. The NCIP says the government and affected IPs have yet to reach an agreement on revenues from the use of natural resources. The United States has approved a drug for Alzheimer's called Aduhelm, the first medicine against the disease in almost 2 decades. Let's find out more from this Bloomberg Quick Take.
This is the first FDA drug approval that delays decline due to Alzheimer's disease, which means that individuals may have more time to actively participate in activities and to have sustained independence, hold on to their memories longer, experience their life longer. That includes relationships and time with family and friends. That's a game changer, and it brings new hope for all of our community.
Debate has been whether one needs to see cognitive improvement in both studies, whether one was an aberration, either the positive one or the negative one, or vice versa, and then whether the removal of the amyloid from the brain was sufficient to push a mechanistic effect that we would then expect to have downstream effects on cognition.
The International Olympics Committee, or IOC, has unveiled the refugee team that will be participating in the upcoming Tokyo Olympics. Committee President Thomas Bach says they will send a powerful message of solidarity and hope to the world. Let's watch this.
We realized the worldwide refugee crisis, and then we saw these images and we said there must be athletes among these people, and which responsibility do we have, which opportunities we can create for athletes among these many displaced people around the world, because we wanted to send, this message of hope and also this message of confidence in the refugees, and to make the world aware of the magnitude of this crisis.
For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.